So we're grabbing a fast breakfast around our hostel right across the street, and we're having blinis today, which are basically pancakes, and they're filled with kushonka, which is condensed milk, and we're having a tea with it. Moritz is already enjoying, and he says they're super yummy.
It's only 5 euros for the both of us.
Yeah, so he has 4, I have 3, some tea and coffee, and it's in this, how do you call this, canteen style restaurant. And this is how they look on the inside with the condensed milk. So earlier we had breakfast, and now we just went to what's called the Green Bazaar. I think the name comes from the building, which has a green color, but inside you have a lot of local produce. We saw a lot of local people coming for their groceries because you have all kinds of fruits, vegetables, meat, which is sorted by type of animal, where it comes from, herbs, things for tea. Super interesting to see. It's really the daily life that goes on there. There's also a whole wing that sells a lot of clothing, everything you can find there, and we were actually looking for souvenirs. So we always bring home magnets, and we found 2 kinds that we really like wooden carved with colors and a yurt on it. So we found that was the most important for us. We also like to bring home a flag, but we couldn't find one really, only one, which was super expensive. And then we always want to bring something special, like typical from the country, and we really wanted to bring home like the hats that they wear here, and we actually got 2, and they weren't too expensive. They were like 2,000 tenge per hat, which is like 4 euros, and we got it a little bit down. So we got what we wanted, and now we're heading to the park again to chill a little bit, because tonight we're taking a night train to Shymkent. Like I said, we were gonna go to the park. We still wanted to go to the First President's Park because we didn't have a chance yet to go last week. Now we arrived. We took a Yandex car here, which was like almost 5 euros. And it was unfortunately a waste because we arrived and there's a paper hanging that they're closed since today for a few days. We guess they're doing some maintenance or putting something up for something official. So we actually came for nothing. There are more people here as well that look super like devastated, or how do you say it? So unfortunate we can't go in. It's still pretty, the entrance though, but it's being blocked by this construction. And yeah, that's what it is. So we're gonna try to find the transportation back to the city and gonna go eat or something, because later we have to catch our train. So normally this place is super popular among locals who love to come here to do photo shoots, and especially for wedding pictures. So when we arrived, we accidentally ended up in a whole row of people that were following a bride for her photo shoot. And so they were super sad, because I guess they came here to do their whole photo shoot, which they can't do now. But apparently, if you visit this park, you're surrounded by brides and grooms doing their special photo shoot here. So we're grabbing a quick dinner before we're heading back to our hostel to pick up our luggage and go to the train station. And we ended up at the Chinese above our hostel actually. So we're having noodles. And it comes with some extra side dishes, some extra meat. I believe those are tea eggs. We took some tea and a few salads. So we're digging in. And so here we are. This is our sleeping place for the night. It's just for the two of us. Yeah, all our stuff is already in, but there's space enough. With a little desk, we have snacks. I don't know, this is connecting to our neighbor's mirror even. Super nice, super neato. So we're testing the lights, but we noticed we also got towels each, and this is a pillowcase. So thank God we got a power plug to charge some things. Our bed again, and like I said, here we have some towels and a pillowcase for our pillow, and the rest of the bed has been made. Morris's bed. And up there got some extra storage, some hooks. We got our lighting, a little trash can. Super neato.
Hi.
From a new destination in Kazakhstan. Yesterday we traveled from Almaty with the night train to Shymkent, which is more west of the country, and our stepping stone towards Uzbekistan later on.
Indeed, usually people just come here to get to go for a day trip to Turkestan, which we're gonna do as well. So people usually just spend a day or a night here, and typically just leave then either the country or towards Uzbekistan. We arrived here at 5 o'clock in the morning by train, and we have to say it was quite a nice experience with the train. It was much more pleasant than we thought it would be. I was able to get quite some sleep, Frika a little bit less, but the cabins were super cute. Everything was there what you need. It was very easy. It wasn't loud. It wasn't too wobbly. And yeah, they wake you up half an hour before you arrive. And yeah, everything was in there that you needed for the night, basically.
Yeah, we were so pleasantly surprised. I think it was our best train experience so far. We did a few in Vietnam and etc. But this, yeah, we had a cabin all to ourselves. Indeed, everything you need. There was a power outlet and also spacious enough to put all our stuff.
Yeah.
And indeed, the beds were really nice. I was just a little bit looking at the clock the whole time. Do we have to wake up almost?
Yeah.
The cool thing was there was also a restaurant wagon, which was pretty cool with all kinds of snacks, also meals.
Yeah, it was quite full then. Like in the evening, a lot of from the Kazakh folks went there to eat and drink something. Even at night before we went to sleep, I still saw people like drinking there.
A bit of a party, we heard music. I think they had a really good time. But so yeah, overall really nice experience. We do want to mention, if you want to do this drive, you should book these tickets quite up front because they sell out fast.
Indeed.
Yeah.
On the day itself you will not find anything. They're fully booked out. Especially those cabins are sought after because there's only a couple of wagons which have them. Those private ones like with 2 beds. And those you have to really get up front, and I would really say a month in advance, even more so.
I think it's available 45 days up front, and that's exactly what we did. We didn't check further on anymore. I guess there were already a few gone even.
A few were gone. There's even one above, like a luxury class above that, where you have even a toilet included in your cabin.
And a shower,
which
so
we
your
didn't
own
take
little bathroom.
because for one night it was
it was fine. But so really nice experience. We arrived quite early indeed, 5 o'clock. But the nice thing was our hotel here in Shymkent, we contacted them up front saying we're arriving early, when could we check in? And we could check in anytime. So we were able to go into a room right away, and we slept a few more hours actually.
Yeah, especially because they have a lot of rooms first of all, but also a lot of empty rooms right now. And that's why it doesn't really matter when you check in. Yeah.
So that was nice, and yeah, today taking things slow because the road trip was quite intense. And we're just walking around in our neighborhood. There are a lot of parks, huh?
Always.
Yeah.
That's what you said about every city.
No, but this one, it stands out even more to me.
Yeah, you have a lot of parks here, that's for sure. We were just walking around trying to see what the city is all about, going to some of the landmarks you find on the maps. We're like right now at the Independence Park, which is very big, has a lot of like statues, a flag, and yeah, as well, it's like very well kept.
It's really impressive, I have to say, when you come up, because you come from the square where you have a huge statue, but then you first have to go on stairs before you enter the park. So the park is elevated, gives you a little bit of a view over the city, and yeah, really nicely done. And now we will check out this park a bit more and then move on. So we see you guys later. After this, we might still head out to check out a bazaar. Apparently there are also many bazaars all over town. They're not always indicated on Google Maps though. There are better apps actually for here in Kazakhstan.
Like the Tugis or the Yandex, but the Tugis is apparently the one that most locals use. We started using it now too because you can find way more there. There's also reviews on places there. And if you just translate something to Cyrillic, you'll find it easily there as well with the translator.
Yeah, we'll definitely put those apps, websites below. So those we really recommend using here. And yeah, we were gonna eat something later on, but all very like quiet, slow paced today.
So we're having kind of dinner right now, even though it's not really evening yet. As you can see here, we have salad olivier. And here's something typical, which I have no idea what it's called.
It's like a pizza.
We're gonna begin now. Yum, yum, yum.
And a dessert. Finally, my long-awaited baklava. You can dig in.
Yes.
It's the same on one plate, so only one. The other one's for me.